Look, insurance sucks. I'll just make it suck less.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brad Hannon, and today I want to talk to you about something that's extremely important for your business, and it was brought up by one of you. Somebody threw this in the comments, said, hey, I want to see a video on this, and we love that because we're always searching for ideas. So if there's something that you haven't seen that you want to see, throw it in the comments below, shoot me a message, let me know what I can do to help you grow your business in the health insurance space. But today we're talking about selling outside of open enrollment, okay? Selling outside of open enrollment, which for me has always been the norm, right? Open enrollment sometimes for me can be a little bit more of a pain in the you know what, because man, ACA is a mess. It's a disaster sometimes, right? And we do a good amount of it, but it's not our main business. And so today I want to give you 3 ways, right? Actually, 4 ways, 3 and then a bonus. I always like to throw in the bonus, but 3 ways to increase your production outside of open enrollment and really, focused on year-round production, which ultimately is going to increase your overall income. I saw somebody the other day saying that in the 45 days or the 60 days or however long the open enrollment period was for that particular individual, they made 6 figures, right? Which is super cool. That's awesome. That 6 figures in 90 days is awesome, but what are you going to do the rest of the 10 months or 9 months of the year? If you make that 6 figures, hopefully you're reinvesting your business to grow your overall book through year-round production, and you're going to use these 3 strategies, right? The first thing I want to tell you is to target a niche, okay? Target a niche. Outside of open enrollment, it gets to be very hard to just find somebody that either has a qualifying life event or is healthy and wealthy and paying way too much for their coverage. It gets a little bit difficult to find those individuals, and that's where the real opportunity exists as far as health insurance, right? You're looking for people that aren't happy with their coverage. Like maybe they have ACA, Obamacare, paying a whole lot for it. They're not getting a subsidy, super healthy. They don't use it. That is my ideal client, right? That's my avatar, as they say. Like you build an avatar, your client. Mine is healthy, wealthy, paying way too much on an ACA plan that they don't use, don't like, don't want to have, whatever, right? That's who I'm going after. And so we've kind of targeted that demographic. We have a call center that helps us generate leads. They're targeting a specific demographic. It's super, super helpful, okay? If you're writing ACA, you can do this as well. There's a year-round SEP for individuals under 150% of the federal poverty line. So if you want to enroll individuals in ACA year-round, I don't know why the fuck you would, but if you do, right, you target individuals under 150% of the federal poverty line, and that's who you can enroll year round. Okay, I'm going to give you one example, okay, because you might have to do some actual work here, right? If you want to get into a niche and specialize in that niche, then you may have to do the work to find out what that niche is. I'm not going to help you, or I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm just going to say, okay, chiropractors. Let's just say chiropractors. I talked to a chiropractor one day, realized that he runs a small practice, he's self-employed, he doesn't have a group plan, and he makes good money, right? He's like a form of a doctor, right? I think a chiropractor has a doctorate in something, okay? Or I don't know, who knows? I'm not a chiropractor. But the point is that chiropractor is making good money, runs a successful practice, doesn't get benefits, and they were fed up with the Blue Cross Blue Shield or the Oscar or the Aetna or whatever ACA plan they had, and that's one chiropractor. Now I know, wow, maybe I should go after chiropractors. Now, again, I want you to determine and figure out your niche. If you've worked in churches, maybe you go after, pastors. If you've worked in whatever, you've got to do the hard work there. But the point is that you've got to niche down. You've got to go after a specific market. And again, if you're writing ACA, maybe that's under 150% of the federal poverty line. If you're writing a lot more products or a lot more private products, then maybe you're going after high income folks, and you need to fix your targeting based on that. Okay, the second thing is, and this ties right into the first, but the second thing is increase your product offering. Increase your product. If you want to sell year round, obviously you've got to have more products to sell. We have products that we can sell inside and outside of open enrollment. Okay, most of the products we sell, we can sell year round. We have products that are guaranteed issue. We have products that cover pre-existing conditions that are not ACA plans. We've got supplemental plans for cross-selling. We've got tons of options as far as plans to sell. So that means when we come across an individual in a unique circumstance, we know that not only will we be able to help them, which is very important, but we're also going to get paid to do it, which means we're not doing charity work, which means that we have the ability to make money year round. Pretty awesome. So number 2, increase your product offering. If you don't have the necessary tools to get the job done, you won't get the job done, right? And the last thing, okay, number 3, ties right into the second thing, learn to cross-sell. Okay, last week I posted a video on this. Check it out. Actually, Eric's going to post it right here. Okay, check out that video on how to cross-sell, my recommendation on how you cross-sell. But if you don't have the right product offering, okay, you can't get to this third thing, which is learning how to cross-sell. You've got to have the right products. Then you've got to learn the cross-sell, because going back to some of your existing book, maybe you checked a box that they didn't have life insurance. Now we're going to go back to that through those leads that we, those clients that we brought on during open enrollment or throughout the past year. We're going to go back through those individuals and circle back to then sell life insurance, dental, vision, accident, whatever the case may be. But you've got to learn the cross sale so that you can go back to your existing book and really provide more value to them. Okay, so number 1, target a specific niche. Very important, specific niche. And that's the hardest part of the whole thing. Because listen, the reality is if clients were easy to find, insurance carriers wouldn't need us. Like, we are literally doing the grunt work, the dirty work. And sometimes it's not all that bad, right? You're not cold calling, you're not, cold door knocking, whatever. But finding that individual to fit your specific, product that you're trying to sell, that's the hardest part of the whole process. But number 2 is having the right products to sell. You could find the right client, but if you don't have the right products to sell, you're not going to go very far. Okay. And the last thing, number 3, is learning how to cross-sell, going back to your existing book, existing clients that you weren't able to help last year. I do a pretty good job of organizing. If I'm not able to help somebody for some sort of reason, you put them into some sort of category tag in your CRM so that if that changes down the road, you can go back. And a perfect example of this would be like mental health. Okay. For a long time, we didn't have a plan to sell that gave any mental health benefits. Okay. So a lot of times we kind of push those individuals off to the side. Can't really help you. Along comes a product that can help that individual in that circumstance. We want to go back and cross-sell that individual. So again, number 3, learning how to cross-sell. And then number 4, the bonus. Okay. I need a drum roll in the edit on this. Need a drum roll. Work freaking harder, right? It's not open enrollment. People aren't going to be coming to you to enroll in coverage. Guess what? You're going to have to go seek them out. You're going to have to make a lot more calls. You're going to have to set a lot more appointments. It's not open enrollment anymore. We're not just plucking ripe fruit off the vine. We are going to have to actually work and till up some soil and plant some seeds and then harvest throughout the rest of the year. So don't make any mistake about it. You've got to put in the work. And that is probably the most important thing on the list. Little bonus for you, work freaking harder, people. It's not open enrollment. Let's make it happen. Hey, listen, guys, I hope those 3 tips were helpful for you. Here's what I want you to know, that if it wasn't for the way that I came into this business, right, the mentorship, the people that I came into contact with when I started, I wouldn't have been successful as I can be. And the more I'm in this business and the more that I talk to people, the more I realize that you're out there on an island, on your own, trying to figure out by watching YouTube videos and, listening to 1,000 different people and not really focusing on having 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe just a handful, any more than that's crazy, a handful of mentors leading and guiding you, right? So my challenge to you is to focus, right? To focus on what you want to do. If you're struggling writing Medicare, if you're struggling to write life insurance, or if you don't like to write Medicare, you don't like to write life insurance, but you're doing it all because you just got to make ends meet, maybe we've got to deconstruct what you're doing a little bit and rebuild, right? If that's you, I want you to reach out to me. Please reach out to me. I'd love to point you in the right direction. If not with me, with another organization. I've got plenty of friends in the business, want to see you succeed, but I know you won't do it unless you focus.
I'm a health insurance hustler. Bradley Hannon's the name. I'm here to teach these agents how to play the game. I'm a health insurance hustler. One thing you should know about me, I'm a health insurance hustler. BradHannon.com.